Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Planet Coaster, and today we're back in Black Widow for episode number 2. And yeah, so at this point I'm recording this, it's toward the middle to later October. I'm trying to get this done for Halloween so I can have a cinematic coming out on Halloween. I'd say I'm relatively close, but yeah, I've gotten a lot of work done since the past episode. I at first wanted to do an entire area. I believe I mentioned that in the last episode. I'm not completely sure, but I do a lot of testing. I try to see if I can get a flat ride in, and actually I do. I do a lot of, well, first here I'm finishing up the exit path just by putting some walls up. But yeah, we do a lot. So I make this little room in between the two ramps. I'm debating putting like a little scenic room in there. I don't know for sure what I'm gonna do, but for now I just have a bunch of those dark walls with the lights like it's a star. I have a bunch of those in there. But yeah, so I do a lot of testing this episode with the area as a whole. So at first I want to do an entire area like what you would see in a theme park. Like have the ride, obviously, a gift shop for the ride, a flat ride, a restaurant, a gift shop, I don't know, all that stuff. I wanted to do that initially, and then I realized that I might not get that done in time for Halloween. So I actually shortened it down to literally just the coaster, its station, some scenery around the coaster, the queue, and a custom sign. And that's pretty much just going to be it. It's basically just going to be the coaster. But yeah, doing some basic queue work here. I believe I finished the entire queue in this episode. It's a relatively long queue. I figured, it's the only ride. Some of these rides would have longer queues like this. Obviously, the cattle pens, you can skip over them if the line is shorter. But, yeah, that's what I figured from the queue point of view. But yeah, this box right here, pathing, this will be the gift shop that I put in later. And you can see me here just connecting the path. But, yeah, I'm about to do a whole lot of layout stuff, trying to get the path together to make like an big old area. And yeah, for a while I have this, but the whole thing ends up getting scrapped. I did put a flat ride down, as you can see I'm doing right here. Testing out different ones. I think I ended up putting the vintage scrambler. I think that's it. Yeah. But yeah, then I have this lake here. I might keep this, I don't know for sure, but yeah, definitely this all gets changed. So yeah, another thing I do in this episode is I finish up well, you don't see the whole thing, but I did the custom supports, and I'm pretty sure as of when I'm recording this, that's when I left off. You don't see all the custom supports being done in this video. I started out doing the supports for the lift hill, obviously. I did those kind of individually, but afterward it just got like so time consuming, and I was kind of getting bored. So I ended up changing it. So in this episode, you'll see me put all the connectors down and put all the actual like supports down for the ride. And then in the next episode, you should see the flanges and the footers and stuff like that. Next episode, I also want to get this the gift shop done. I want to get that done and finished. I also want to try to wrap up the queue. Yeah, that should. Then after that, all I need to really custom sign. We're almost done. Maybe, I don't know. I'll probably find a way to make it long or something like that. But yeah, I plan on doing an interior for the gift shop. And yeah, so hopefully everything goes as planned. And yeah, we can get this thing wrapped up before Halloween so I can get a cinematic out to you guys. Um, and yeah. So you can see me here putting like the star paneling all around. Um, I actually really like this piece. It really makes a room, it transforms it. Like, it makes a room dark. It really does. Like, it definitely, the lighting, I can like feel it changes a little bit. Like, you can tell it just makes a room feel so much darker. But yeah. So I know what I want to talk about. So as of when I'm recording this, World's Fair DLC just came out this past week on Tuesday. I got it, so I have all of the major DLCs. But I don't know, like, I like it. I think it's good. There's some of the I think it's definitely what we needed. We needed more shops. We needed more building styles, which I think I'm gonna take some of those shops and put that into the holiday park when I get back to that, hopefully next month. But yeah, I really think instead of a pizza pen in the final building, we could put like a nicer shop, like what's one of the nicer shops? Like the barbecue. That's arguably my favorite shop. The American style one with the barbecue and the ribs. That's really cool to me. I'm definitely putting I think it's the British, the candy store, whatever that one is. I'm definitely putting that in there too, because that's the one thing Planet Coaster really didn't have, candy. But yeah, definitely happy with that we got more shops to choose from. The food vending machines are cool. I mean, that doesn't really make sense though. Like, the only food vending machine that really makes sense to me is the candy one. I don't think you'd ever get ribs out of a vending machine, or it's just not realistic in real life. But yeah, I think it's cool. And yeah, I definitely think that the more building style, more building pieces, really helps. Now, obviously, some countries or some themes got more stuff than others. Like, obviously, I think it's the Chinese one. Yeah, the Chinese theme is probably, the Chinese and the American one are probably the biggest. They have the most pieces. But yeah, I definitely, some of the pieces, which you'll see in the next episode, I experiment with it when I build out the gift shop a little bit. Some of the new walls are so nice. Like I think it's the German one. Like, you could do that before, but you had to place down each individual wood plank. And I also love how pretty much all the new walls, or the sets from the World's Fair, they all have the glass windows and stuff. And I love that, because like, when you're trying to do an interior, it works. It's good and bad, because one, it's good because if you want to do an interior, the glass, like, it really looks good. The pieces look good with the glass. And I also really love the British one, like the round window. I think that's super cool. But yeah, there's a good and a bad. There's a good for interiors. It really helps. It makes the pieces look better, in my opinion, with the glass and stuff. But the only thing is, with a lot of them, and I was looking through this as I was going to build the gift shop in the next episode, a lot of them don't have just plain walls. And that kind of, because like, I wanted to use what was it? I think I wanted to use like the I think it was the Renaissance, whichever one that was. It was either the Italian or it was something like that. I don't know. I wanted to use one of the World's Fair glass windows for the front of the gift shops, like you could obviously see in, but there's no like plain wall for it to go around the back, and that really annoyed me. I mean, I could do like a wood wall just going around the back, which actually, now I'm thinking about it, I'll probably do that. But I don't know, it just kind of annoyed me that, like, you have all these great pieces, but like, you don't have a plain wall for it. You only have a glass wall, which, I mean, it's great. Trust me, I love the glass walls. I think they look fantastic. But like, I don't know. I don't think it's my favorite pack. Also because the lack of rides. You only get 2 coasters, and they're basically the same thing. Which, I mean, it's great that we know of a motorbike coaster in the game. And that was definitely one of the lacking um, coasters. But yeah, I definitely think the coaster collection of Planet Coaster is good. If there's one thing they're missing, it's obviously, in my opinion, Mac coasters. Um, but other than that, I mean, they pretty much have everything covered. You can, especially with the swapping train stuff, you can, I believe, you can pretty much make any coaster you want in Planet Coaster, I think. The only thing I can think of that they're missing is Mac rides and Mac trains. But other than that, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, for World's Fair, I don't think it's my favorite DLC. It's good, trust me. I love it. I'm happy that we have more shops and signs and stuff like that. Obviously, lots of them are huge because, you know, Blanco scale. But trust me, I'm definitely happy that we have more shops and more building stuff. I think that's definitely what the game needed. But yeah, I definitely feel like we need more rides. If I had, I don't know, like, I feel like the DLCs go with the spooky DLC. Is if you want a lot of woodwork, stuff like that. That's what spooky is good for. Adventure, in my opinion, is good for scenery, and if you want to build like Adventureland style stuff, or temples, some animal style stuff, if that's kind of your thing, and Adventure's for you. Studios and Vintage are probably my favorites. Vintage just had a lot of rides. It had a lot of flats, which is good, and all of them were relatively small. Studios was more of like your high budget, I think. Yeah, Studios, in my opinion, was more of like your high budget, obviously studio park stuff, but Vintage is more like low budget boardwalk type style. And then World's Fair is really if you want more shops and more, what's it called, more building stuff. That's my take on the DLCs from my perspective. But yeah. Anyway, wow, I missed out a lot on the video. As you can see, I'm doing the supports right now. I feel like some of the supports clip a little bit, but I mean, I'm not gonna be like too nitpicky and move the support like the littlest bit. I mean, I don't know. Like some of them might clip a little bit, but I'm not gonna be that nitpicky. But yeah, you saw the whole layout. The whole area was laid out, and then it all got deleted. But yeah, up to this point, I was using like the make each support custom. But yeah, after this, I believe it's after this or coming up soon. I just take the footer and I take like the not the footer, jeez. I take the connector and I make that I take that footer and I keep saying footer. I take the connector and just put it on a different track because as you can see I'm doing here. But yeah, so you saw I had the flat in the whole area and I deleted it all because I didn't really like it. Well, it's not that I didn't like it. I think making a whole area like this would be cool. But I feel like it was too much work to get done as of right now. I have 10 days of Halloween as of the time I'm doing the voiceover for this video. I feel like it was too much in 10 days, especially with school and stuff like that. I don't have loads of time. I could probably do it if I really wanted to. But yeah. So also another thing with this, I don't know if I want to go like with a lot of theming or if I just want to make like super generic. I'm probably gonna go down the road of generic because like I'll probably do a little bit of theming maybe in the room that's like under the queue. The room like in between the 2 exit ramps where I put all the starred walls. I'll probably put the a little bit of theming in there, maybe like a spider or something. And obviously with the sign I'll have like a giant spider in the front or something, which honestly terrifies me. I'm terrified of spiders, but you know, it's okay. It's just a video game. But yeah, you can see here I'm going through with the footers, and I'm probably just gonna go generic. Probably just surround this at least the back of the coaster, which is a bunch of trees and chain link fences and stuff like that. Do a little bit of terrain painting on the inside of the coaster to make it seem like there could be backstage tours if possible. I feel like that's the thing a lot of people don't take into account of coasters they make in Planet Coaster. Like, a lot of parks run backstage tours, I feel like, of their coasters, and like, at least from my experience on Nitro, like, you can see the paths that people take when they go on the backstage tour. Like, you can see the ground is not as green, like there's not as much grass, it's all dead from people walking around the coaster and stuff. But yeah, I'll probably do a little bit of stuff for that. Make this gift shop pretty generic. I believe there was probably gonna use, I know there's a blueprint somebody made for interior of shops. I'll probably just use that. I'll say whoever made it in the next video, which I think I'll get to the gift shop then. But yeah, I don't know, that's pretty much it. I have to find a nice font for the sign too, but other than that, I mean, it doesn't seem like we've done much, but at the same time, it doesn't feel to me like there's a lot left. All I have to do is the queue buildings, which is basically just the cattle pen, which is relatively easy since it's a big rectangle basically. I'll probably just do building, and then it's just the gift shop and a custom sign and just overall scenery and fences and stuff like that, which I hope won't take too long. But yeah, again, I'm trying to get this out for Halloween. And yeah, I don't know whether I'm going to release these episodes before or after the cinematic. It probably just depends on when I finish and how many episodes there are. But yeah, so that's basically going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. As always, thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button, or if you like what we're doing here on the channel, feel free to subscribe. Again, hopefully regular uploads will return in November, followed by hopefully a holiday themed coaster similar to this series in December. And yeah, so like I said, feel free to subscribe if you like what we're doing here. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm at MattDorfMYT. Or you can join my Discord. It's not super active. I'm trying to build a community in there. So yeah, if you want to, feel free to join that. Link is in the description below. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.